Check this
Hey
out.
guys, FTZ here, and we have.
Keith Kelly, Chief Engineer at the Sheffield Institute.
All right, Keith, and what exactly is your role here?
I oversee the AudioWorks and the TechWorks programs. I run the school. I run the commercial end of our studios. So any commercial clients that come in, I will do the recording, the mixing, mastering, anything like that.
Okay.
Manage the facilities, kind of a jack of all trades.
All right, great. That sounds really good. So, do you interact with the students much here?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Very intimately. Yes, yes, yes. I know them all by first name. They refer to me by first name. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and so do you have any suggestions or anything for anyone wanting to come into the school?
Yeah. If I were myself looking at this school, fresh out of high school, I would jump on the opportunity. I would not have wasted 10 years after high school to finally decide to come here. That would have been my choice. That would have been my advice to my younger self. I think that this is a fantastic place. It provides a lot of opportunity for people who are interested in the technology. It's one thing to be musical and to make music, which obviously, that was one of my big interests. I got into it kind of backwards. I was taking guitars apart, and playing in bands, and I was a visual artist. If you told me when I was 17 years old that I'd be chief engineer at a recording studio, I would have laughed at you. I'd be like, I don't even know the first thing about that. Um, so I think that I think there's a lot of opportunity in this place. I think there's a lot of ability for people to grow and realize what goes into the process of making music to make it on a professional level. There's skills that are applicable that you learn here that apply in not only just different facets of life, but obviously like when you go home and you're able to apply these skills in your own musical work. So these musicians that come in here, they're gaining some extra skills. Sure that they might get a better ear at producing things like that, but they're also having a better idea of like what effects or what processing to put on their music in order to get that sound that they're going for. Instead of wasting 5 hours to go after the sound, oh hey, I remember what that guy said in class 2 days ago when he was talking about this signal processing. Um, so
So, I understand that you went to Sheffield and you finished here and everything. So, what exactly was your journey after?
Yeah. Well, I was a graduate of the AudioWorks program. I graduated, I was a student in 2004. I actually came back and I took the tech program because I was always fascinated with the solder smoke and the oscilloscopes going on as I'd walk by. Again, I was into taking apart guitars. From there, I got into a lot of live sound. I did front of house for a pretty big regional rock band out of Philadelphia, an Irish rock group called Blackthorn. Did, like I said, extensive work in different studios. I worked in the studio in Philadelphia. I did some work with Questlove there on a record with Pharrell Williams. Did live sound. I've done monitors for Megan Thee Stallion. I mixed Little Dirk front of house. I mixed Wale. Worked with guys from the Grateful Dead, Rusted Root, many different artists. Found I think I said Fountains of Wayne. Um, Many legacy acts, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, the Tramps, modern artists, to Jason Lattimore, like, country artists. I've done system support for Jason Aldean, who's a big country guy. I mixed Eli Young band. They had that song "Crazy Girl." I'm not a country guy, but I know it was a hit. Jimmy Wayne, like definitely a lot of really cool experiences. Like things I never really would have expected to get into. I ended up, as a chief engineer of a rap studio for 7 years. That was definitely something I didn't expect to, have happen in my life. But again, it was, just a really cool experience that I didn't have anywhere on my horizon. But I would say that one of those things in this industry, or just being a creative, is that follow your instincts. Follow your passion, follow your drive. It can only do you well. It's I don't want to sound flaky, but like I don't know. It's kind of like if the universe is kind of pointing in a direction, you should kind of acknowledge that and go with it.
Absolutely. And now that we know that you've worked with all of these people, It's a great idea to come here if this is what you would like
Yes,
to
it
do.
is.
Fine, but we thank you so much for your the opportunity to come here and bring the kids today. It was a great experience for everyone, and we thank you.
We loved you guys. It was fabulous having you all here. It really was.